Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon a BBC television series by the name of Doctor Who. I'm going to talk about the most recent Christmas special. It was actually the 800th episode in the series known as Doctor Who. Most recent Christmas special by the name of The Time of the Doctor. Obviously if you're a Doctor Who fan, but I'll go ahead and tell you, if you already know who this stars, but let's just go ahead and read who this stars. It stars, Matt Smith, obviously, as the most recent Doctor. Peter Capaldi, will succeed him. This video will have major spoilers in it. We have our companion of Jenna Coleman playing the character of Clara Oswald. Other actors and actresses are Orla Brady, James Buller, Elizabeth Ryder, and Sheila Reid. Now, what is the episode 800 titled The Time of the Doctor, the most recent Christmas special? What is it all about? Just so you guys know before you watch the rest of this video, I'm more of a casual Doctor Who fan. I've only seen the first season, back in 2005, with the actor of Christopher Eccleston. I thought overall, watch my review if you're curious what I think about it. I thought overall it was a pretty good season, a few goofy elements here and there, but overall a pretty solid season. I'm more of a casual Doctor Who fan. I'm not like, I don't love the series, but I will say I have loved the past few episodes that I have seen. So what is The Time of the Doctor all about? Well, it's pretty much about, there's this planet called Christmas, and pretty much it's about, Doctor Who trying to save this planet. There's this message or telegram of some kind where everyone in the galaxy is attracted to this one planet for reasons that we don't know. And throughout the episode, you find out why. It's pretty much about, Matt Smith as the Doctor, and he's trying to save this town of Christmas, trying to, he's finally, instead of, he always feels alone, he's always traveling, he decides to stay there for a while, and that's pretty much the main plot of episode 800 of the BBC television series by the name of Doctor Who, called The Time of the Doctor, the most recent Christmas special. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It was written so greatly. Stephen Moffat, I believe he wrote this episode, did something so cool and so unique that I thought was really fun to watch. Some of my favorite scenes is when they're trying to, of course, it doesn't seem like they're going to reveal it anytime soon, if ever, but he's, the rift in space and time, the crack, through the wall, comes and says, tell me your name and everything will be okay, Doctor Who, and it keeps chanting that. I really like the scenes with that. It was unique, it was interesting. The thing about this episode is that it's really fun to watch, One of my favorite things was, obviously, Matt Smith, who played the character, the most recent Doctor. I really liked him. He was so cool, so quirky, funny. The cool thing about the Doctor's character is, it got kind of annoying in the first season, but I've grown to become accustomed to it, and I've grown used to it over time, is that he's kind of quirky, he's kind of funny, kind of goofy at times, but, Stephen Moffat has a way, and Robert T. Davies, I believe, who writes the other episodes, both writers have a way, and, whoever else writes the episodes, both writers have a way of writing the character in a way where he can be both very serious, very, dramatic at times, very sentimental, emotional, compassionate value, and then other times, very funny. And overall, I really like Matt Smith's performance. One of the best scenes is pretty much his monologue scene at the end, where he's standing there, and he's regenerating. I really like that scene with him. I like the concept of this episode, him staying there, growing old, finally found a place that is like home. He's always traveling around. He doesn't feel like he's ever accepted, but finally in this episode, he grows fond of like a little, cyberhead, goes to like this little girl. Overall, I really liked his character, and I like the concept, him growing old, finally finding this place, after so many years. He stays on the planet Christmas, I believe, for like 200 or 300 years, and he grows old. That was a really cool concept that overall I just really enjoyed. There's some great and intelligent action scenes that are just so fun to watch. The famous, Dalek characters are in this, and they're one of my favorite things. If you watch my review, I'm a big fan of the God Dalek. I don't know if you see him again. Don't tell me if you do. No spoilers, please, because like I've said, I've only seen the first season. But overall, I always like the Daleks. I always like the way they're used. And overall, I thought it was really cool. I can't wait to see what Peter Capaldi is going to do. It seems like he might make the show a little more darker, at least for my taste. It seems like he might, still have that fun aspect. But overall, my favorite things about Doctor Who is when it throws that comedy aside and is very serious. The whole concept of trying to find Gallifrey, Gallifrey frozen in time, from the 50th anniversary episode that I really enjoyed. Overall, it was a really good episode. My minor complaint, it's not even really a complaint because I'm not a big fan, I don't watch the show that often, is the character of Jenna Coleman, or Clara Oswald, played by the actress Jenna Coleman. It seems like she was really overlooked in this episode. Like, I didn't really care about her character. She was just kind of whatever. I mainly watched it for the Doctor. She, I know she's like the impossible girl or whatever like that, but overall, she was just kind of there in my opinion. So that if I had a minor complaint, that would most likely be it. But overall, it's not really much of a complaint. It's just saying, maybe they should have took more time and paid attention to her character a little bit more. But besides that, overall, I really enjoyed the episode. Fun, entertaining to watch, and I'm really curious to see where the series is going to go in general. As you guys know, Peter Capaldi, as I said earlier, is the next Doctor, and as I said earlier, I'm curious to see where he's going to take the role. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek for my Doctor Who BBC television series review of the 800th episode, Christmas special, by the name of The Time of the Doctor. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.